Hey guys, Harry here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on road to Kharkov, playing for today, spawning in the south. We have NANAMI as the Brits, and his loadout is tactical support, Royal Artillery, and mobile assault. Teaming up with him is RwiAng, I don't know how to pronounce this, as the Soviets, who has NKVD, counterattack, and garden motor. Facing off against them in the north, this is Joris. You may remember him, a Korean player. Playing as offset, and his loadout is close air support, Jaeger infantry, and German infantry. Teaming up with him as the OKW is apdo, or apdo, who has fortifications, scavenge, and Overwatch. So in terms of ranks, we have about rank 40 range team is Allies versus rank 11 range team is Axis, but the Axis team have only just completed their placement matches and they had a good run in their placement matches, so their rank may be artificially high at the moment. As you may know, if you just complete your placement matches, sometimes you end up with a super high rank if you get a pretty good run, even if you don't even face against very good teams. So I'm not going to take too much into the ranking for the Axis team here, but either way it should be a pretty good match. Joris was always a pretty strong player. We're seeing a double combat engineer into sniper build here for RwiAng. But Fox Trinity is just charging forwards. Combat engineers really can't hold them back here. Meanwhile, we did see Joris just get a nice position here, rushed out here, wide off this door, goes machine gun into this building, making it very tricky. And look at this here for NANAMI, just building a bucket load of trenches.
We have a new sniper under our command.
Okay, once again, push forwards for apdo. Charging forwards, trying to find that sniper, bully it away. Combat engineer's late retreat could go down to the stern pioneers. Doesn't really attempt it. Sniper just backpedaling here, but he could get this one. So pioneers around the corner, don't. That's two potential wipes there if you just chase a little bit harder, Acto. So okay, picking shots now at the stern pioneers. We're engaging close range. Allies now have quite a lot of infantry. Penals coming in support now. Sniper moving around the sight blocker to snipe at these units inside the building here. Looks like a sniper in return for Joris, and that's forced these squads out of the trenches now. If you remember, snipers do have 100% accuracy against buildings and trenches these days, so very effective against them. Didn't used to be the case, used to be about 50-50. Each shot would land. So Joris making good use of his sniper, forcing away all these units. But the map's still pretty even between the Allies and Axis, both of them maintaining control of their respective fuel and munitions points. No heavy cut-off play, as you quite often see on this map on road to Kharkov, especially like in the early game. Quite often see like charges into your opponent's cut-offs, but haven't seen that so far. Quite a static play from both teams. Sneaky stuff there. Has to end up retreating though. Managed to get the neutralizer on the munitions. Squad making its way down onto the fuel. But overwhelmed there by Apdo's squads making their way back onto the battlefield. There's still a pretty strong fighting force here for RwiAng. Got his tick down, going for mechanized. Pretty close to the amount of fuel for looks as well, just about there. Hiding behind this building from the sniper. Doesn't want to just lose unnecessary models before his entire infantry fighting force is here, so he can just charge at it and force it away without taking unnecessary manpower bleed. Meanwhile, we've got a Bofors going up here for NANAMI, really hunkering down on his side of the map. And the Bofors won't be able to get sniped by the sniper, so I guess that's why he's doing it, trying to get some more defenses in. Unfortunately, he's just charging forwards. This is kind of the play that you often see from RwiAng to try and counter snipers, because you let them isolate your squads. You can just pick away at your manpower for free, but if you charge at them with 3 squads, the sniper just can't stay stationary. If it does, it'll end up getting wiped. Speaking of getting wiped, squad goes down there for RwiAng.
120mm mortars are now available for deployment. Guard rifle
Bofors got crewed there. Briefly chucked a squad of engineers inside to make use of the suppressing barrage. But now we have a mortar for Joris to try counter the Bofors. Also have his sniper still picking away at these units inside the trench. Sniper getting some shots and double flamethrowers here. RwiAng. He's also going for a squad of guards to replace that lost squad of penals. More trenches. And now a mortar pit. So NANAMI really going for a fortified position here on the Allied resource sector. Doesn't have advanced emplacements though in his commander loadout. Does have Royal... no, it doesn't even have Royal Engineers. Not that that helps you much these days, since they remove stand fast. Okay, here comes the looks. Guards are right there to fight it off. There's some good hits in on the looks. Here comes the infantry to support, going to force away the guards in turn. Sniper finding an angle here on the machine gun. Looks forcing away all these squads now. Took quite a lot of damage from all the PTRS squads though. It's going to require some repairs at some point. Okay, so we can see a smoke into the building where the machine gun was, and then a charge forward from NANAMI, making some good headway there, forcing away the sniper as well.
Stocks of better grenades are being made available to
Making the most of this time where the Axis have got pushed back to do some capping, even with this low health machine gun. Got a very early munitions case here for Joris. T-70 in production for RwiAng. That should help him against the looks. Axis have lost control of their fuel a couple times though, so fuel control is a little bit slower. Generally you expect to be a little bit closer. Oh, he's actually gone for a battle group and healing as well. I was thinking surely he'd have just about enough fuel for a Puma by now, but he's invested into that battle group. And mortar pit here, going to work. Long range. Forcing away that machine gun. Mortar pit very effective on a map like this. Quite a small map for 2v2. That was a huge area. As you can see, going right into the middle from all the way back here. That's the auto fire range. I believe the barrage range is further. Here comes T-70. It's going to keep the looks honest. Looks like he's going to go for a kitten rather than a Puma to try counter it. Packers in a nice position to support though, and this could be the end of the T-70 as soon as it comes out. It's 2 shots from the pack. Needs to continue the chase on the rear armor. Gives up the chase though. A bit unlucky not penetrating there. Guards were there as well. Ooh, Fox Units beat the guards into the building, and now the guards just taking heavy casualties. Rangers just make it out of there as well.
Guards troops ready for action.
Sniper has to be careful, doesn't want to get double tapped by that mortar pit. Got some mines going down here for NANAMI now. Looks like NANAMI's sending some squads over to help RwiAng on the other side of the map. Sniper getting some good hits in here. Mortar pit already up to Vet 1 though, 5 kills. Machine gun gonna stay active. Might even consider moving his machine gun completely onto the other side of the map. It's gonna be hard to find uses for it with that mortar pit being nearby. Try to put down more trenches as NANAMI. Looks like he's gonna try continue to plant the trench and then retreat after it's done. Trench is clearly a big part of his strategy. RwiAng's sniper's been pretty effective. 14 kills so far. He's charging forwards here. Trying to knock out the Raketen. Raketen not retreating here. There it goes. A little bit late, and it actually gets decrewed. Had some stormtroopers deployed behind enemy lines here. Look like they could go down though. No. Doesn't get focus fire. Lucky escape there for Joris's squad. But that is now in no man's land. That Raketen could actually get overturned here. There is a bunker, but doesn't quite cover the... Oh, he gets suppressed just before he picks it up. That was so lucky. The squad got suppressed, and then the AoE suppression ends up capturing this penal squad that's just out of range. So now the Raketen is going to maintain the control here for apdo. That was really lucky. We have some concentration barrage here onto that bunker, trying to knock it out, the airburst shells. Winding with the howitzers. Looks like he's got both stages of tech unlocked as well, so 2 howitzers combining there. Bunker goes down, but he did spend a lot on that, both the flares to spot it and then the concentration barrage. Combo 160 munitions, quite a lot. Wow, T-70 wiping Joris's pioneers there. I think he's been trying to do some micro on this side of the map as well. We're splitting his micro, causing him a few issues here. Bunkers up for Joris in the middle here. So that was a bunker from apdo before. So covering this side. Since it's got fortifications, so they have access to them. RwiAng going up for apdo as well. This kind of play is pretty effective to go for an LFH against these kind of emplacements, because now that the brace has had its duration reduced. Oh, he's going in. T-70 looking for the sniper here. Right, maybe not. Maybe yes. He's continuing the chase. Going to run straight into the squad with the Faust and the pack right there. Might be the end of the T-70 if the pack can get one more shot in. No, pack misses the killing blow. Raketen is nearby, but he's not focusing it. Oh, now he's lighting up the shot, but T-70. Oh, T-70 goes down. Another concentration barrage knocking out another bunker there. Big scraps going on this side of the map as well. And here comes a very quick Cromwell for NANAMI. Going after the looks. Rakeden, of course, on the outside of the map. Not much support here. But the Cromwell missing quite a few shots there. Looks manages to get away. And the foul slows it down, stops the chase. Lucky break there for Apdo. Cromwell missing those shots. Ooh, snipers right next to each other. Counter snipe situation perhaps emerging. RwiAng moving his one forwards. Right on the edge of his sight. He's not vet 2, so he doesn't have sight right to the edge. And he reveals himself, allowing Joris to escape. And here comes a Panzer IV now for Joris. Oh, yeah, can't get out of that side of the building. Sniper could have gone down to the P4 there. Pops the button just to try and slow the P4 down briefly so a sniper can escape. NANAMI doesn't have any anti-tank guns, so this P4 could actually probably do quite a lot of damage to his emplacements right here. Does have a few mines down though, so Panzer IV got to be careful. Does have a sweeper, but it's forced away. We'll actually recruit the mortar team. So Axis have been struggling a little bit with this defensive play from the Allies, but as I mentioned, Apdo could go for the howitzer, which is very powerful against this, since the brace got its duration reduced. Cromwell back up to full, going after the looks once again, but Rakeden's in a nice position to help defend it. Pounder has just been produced, wheeling its way onto the battlefield, but the Panzer IV is doing some good damage in the meantime. Trying to knock out all these squads in the trenches. Tries to focus the infantry first. I think maybe he was hoping that the Bofors would be forced to brace and then he could run forwards and target it with a incendiary grenade. Didn't happen. Incendiary grenades should be very powerful against the emplacements if you can manage to get it off. Axis making a bit of a push here. Cromwell, you know, being forced off for repairs twice in a row. It's kind of slowed the Allied momentum. Creeping forwards. Looks really trying to get rid of this Vickers in the building. Cromwell looks like it's maybe going to go around the other side. Well, some Scots charging forwards for NANAMI. Pairing up his Bofors whilst that's happening. We have a T-34-85 coming in for RwiAng now. Back in the middle, undefended right now. Dicey situation.
And heavy tanks are now available.
Here comes the 85. Trying to focus down the Rakeden, misses the first shot though. Charge forwards here from Joris. Meanwhile, on the other side, Panzer IV and anti-tank gun trying to work together to knock out the Bofors. There's some elevation here, which is making attack ground shots from the pack not that effective against the Bofors. Pops the brace. 6-pounders there to defend. P4 in a tough spot, needs to get out of there. Here comes the Cromwell. P4 sticking around for far too long. P4 goes down. Frag bombs come in, but the brace didn't quite wear off in time. Doesn't end up doing too much damage. Got some artillery coming in now for NANAMI. Trying to focus down this pack as it retreats. This just went horribly wrong for Joris.
The ability is ready now.
Looks like a similar situation here. T-34-85 doing big damage to Apdo. Forcing him right off the map. Does have quite a lot of resources. Looks like maybe he's going to go for a Panther first. Pack goes down. Looks like he's going to stick around, try and destroy the decrewed weapon. There it goes. Now Joris has basically no defenses against this Cromwell. We're playing it safe though, not going to dive into the base. Understandable. It's always scary trying to dive into your opponent's base. You never know when a unit's going to pop out and just destroy you.
The enemy is taking our territory.
But yeah, maybe if he did the frag bombs coming in from a different angle, so the plane took slightly longer to arrive, maybe then would have been able to get the full damage on the Bofors and maybe knock it out. It's a tough one. You know, it's hard to gauge how long Bofors is going to last. The brace. So we're seeing Joris go for some 5-man squads. I can understand that when you're facing off against mortar pits and whatnot, just raining down, having the extra model, very helpful for your survivability. And another frag bomb run coming in here. This one easily dodged. E5 now going after the tech structure. Would stick around, maybe try kill the Raketin instead. Oh, close range priest. Looks like it got some kills there. Maybe he has killed a pioneer squad, perhaps? Looks like pioneer models crawling around. It's got a couple medics as well. Really applying the hurt is NANAMI here with his defensive build. And that's really all because Joris, with his careless Panzer IV plays, open up the door like it's just a house of cards after that. Couldn't defend any of his team weapons. They all got destroyed now. Even the mortar got decrewed by the mortar pit just before. Joris in the dumpster here. 34 supply. Has managed to tick to tier 4 though, and he's got a Panther in production. Panther also for apdo. Finally hit the battlefield. So Axis looking to turn this one around. VP's still quite close to even. Okay, we out of Katyusha now. Looks like it's targeting this area. Sniper gotta be careful. Nade goes in as well. Ooh, Raketin, I mean, Panzer II actually takes a lot of damage from the Katyusha rockets. Comes to 85 on the back of this. Panther's nearby, so is the Raketin though. Currently hiding behind this line of sight blocker. Raketin trying to creep around. 85 got to be careful here. He's popping the button, but I'm not sure why. And the marked vehicle. Seems like a little bit of a waste. Raketin sets up in an unusual direction. And ends up retreating there. Here comes the Panther. Panther, gets one shot in on the Sexton, but unwilling to chase any further. 6-pounder coming up in support now. A lot of mines going down for NANAMI as well. It's going to be very difficult to push into this area. Vehicle plane still flying around. So his teammate coming over here trying to destroy some of these trenches. 6-pounders in the back there though. Sniper doing some good work on the squads inside the trenches. 85. Maybe use the crew repair back up to full already. Pushing forwards aggressively. Looks like this Raketin got decrewed. The second one.
The enemy has 300 points remaining.
Oh, takes a shot. Here comes the Panther getting some return fire in. Okay, squad's hitting a mine there, not too much damage. Sniper still pushing forward, staying aggressive. Oh, finds the sniper, gets to retreat at the very least. Panther trying to take some shots long range, but missing quite a few of them. Water pit looks like it some damage. At least he got the neutralize on the VP though. Getting in there now with the pioneers. Close range, the scatter on this is going to be pretty strong. Water pit should be very effective. Panther just sticking around, it's at full health, trying to destroy some of these trenches and sandbags and whatnot. Because they are a massive headache. Got some flares coming in. And NANAMI. This ability I feel like is really, really strong. Take a look at the sight it gives you in like a team game, or even in a 1v1. This is just like an insane amount of sight. Not as flexible as the sight that you get from Special Operations RKW artillery flares, but I mean, well, it lacks in flexibility. It makes up for in just the number of flares, just an insane amount. Extremely strong ability. Okay. So NANAMI pretty much at his supply limit now. Sexton, both placements taking up quite a lot of his supply. 285s meanwhile for RwiAng. Okay, in comes zeroing artillery. This is typically very strong against this kind of a fortified play from the Allies. Shell's starting to ramp up. And some good hits. Looks like this squad inside the trench about to go down. Now switching over to this squad. Trench needs to maintain sight. If he can get sight of this, be very helpful. Oh, this is just deleting squads now. Zeroing artillery thundering down. Here we go.
Enemy action has destroyed our forward position.
Guards also could go down. Yeah, they go down. So many squads going down. Allies is not respecting the zero artillery and getting punished heavily for it. I think they lost 3 squads there. It's quite easy to avoid if you just move out of the area in the early stages. You won't take too much damage. It takes a while to ramp up, but they didn't really do that. Either way, it did knock out the forward assembly, which is a decent chunk of manpower, so worth the price of admission for that alone, basically. Took out all the trenches too. So a good zeroing artillery there. And Sexton came right forwards for a close range barrage, gets punished hard by the Panther. Now double Panther's squaring up on this Cromwell. Cromwell in big trouble. Double Panther's chasing in. Cromwell can't get out of there. Panther secure the kill. Only has the 1 6-pounder there to aid in defense. His teammates 85 come around, but it's too slow. Too slow to help. And you can see the heavy casualties NANAMI took. Looks like he's gone for a second Bofors, trying to plant it in a very aggressive position here. 85 taking some big hits, Rakeden and Panther. Here comes the second 85, and they just bop. The Vet 5 looks goes down straight away. Trying to build the Bofors. It's taking some Panther fire. Popping the brace now that it's complete. Got a Werfer coming in. Targeting this area. Doesn't get too much done, honestly. It was a reasonably long range. 3 kills, a little bit of health damage. Bofors was still on brace though. And gets some revenge there, knocking out a Grenadier on retreat as the brace wears off. 85 now going after this tech structure. Folks come in for double Faust, but he secures the tech structure kill. Panther was being repaired. Maybe if he brought it over earlier, might have been able to force this 85 away and keep his tech structure alive. But it looks like the 85 is going to go down. The Panther just needs 2 more hits to kill it. Now 1 more hit. Second 85 is there. 1 more hit. He's stopping for max accuracy and he gets the kill. Guard's coming up in support but can't get the button off. Tries to button at max range but Panther moves back slightly and it just wears off. Now he might even go after the second 85 here with the Panther. He can pick shots long range, should be quite to his advantage. Squad in the trench here, this shutting down the infantry support for apdo, so he's not going to push any further. Because in the trench, holding the line. BP still quite close here between the 2 armies. And allies have taken quite heavy casualties. Bofors has finally gone down. Rifle barrage. Not that effective against the Bofors there. About 1/3 of its health. Generally, you only want to be targeting the emplacements like this if they're being repaired. So that way you get the engineers at the same time. Howitzers are generally better against emplacements because there's just so many shells coming in. Oof. Okay, another 85 has been built. Now we've got a Firefly from NANAMI. Should be a lot more effective against the Panthers. Apdo's got quite a lot of resources. Could go for the Howie right now. I suppose he's repairing up his tank. Might do it after that. Does also, you know, have the mechanized truck down, so might be thinking King Tiger. Oh, in comes the Katyusha. Gets fired slightly long. Kitten has to retreat though. Pushing forwards, doing some good damage to these 85s. Firefly shooting the Panther. Oh, nice tulip rockets. Gets the full stun there. 6 pounders there, but bouncing. Ooh, and the 85s delete that squad. Oh, and the 85's getting some good penetrating hits on the Panther there as well. The Panther's having to limp away back for repairs. Does indeed go for the King Tiger. See what kind of impact it has. Only up against like 1 tank destroyer right now, so should be able to perform pretty well. It's not like the usual 2v2 we often see about 4 tank destroyers at this point of the match. Hasn't quite devolved into that yet. So King Tiger might have a good window of opportunity before we see more tank destroyers built. How's that Mortar doing in terms of kills? 19 now. Nice use of the camo here from the Stormtroopers. The emplacements, pops the brace, good reaction times there from NANAMI, ends up doing almost no damage. Tug out here unsupported. Oh, and the Raketen goes down to a lucky long range hit. Oh, King Tiger getting backed up against the building here, and all these 85 shots are penetrating, getting extremely unlucky, but here come the Panthers charging in. They're fully repaired and they're ready to rumble. Firefly coming over, but a little bit slow. This 85 needs to get out of there. Looks like a satchel hits the King Tiger. But the Panthers swarming in. Looks like one of the Panthers going to go down. 6-pounders finally worked its way up. And there it goes. One Panther goes down. And the 85 escaped with one shot left. Full engine damage though now on both of these tanks, so it doesn't want to charge in any further. So I think a lucky break there for the Allies, you know, the 85 escaping on one shot from death. He's getting aggressive with the 85. I don't think he's even on this amount of health. It's not a good idea trying to square off against the King Tiger. Fire into base here with the Katyusha. 5-man squads here. We're taking some damage. They cleared the danger zone. That could have been much more destructive. He got a little bit unlucky with the rocket scatter. Quite risky there, pushing that far forwards as well. Might have been able to lose the Katyusha to a Raketin or something. You never know. We've got another zeroing artillery coming in. Sniper providing sight here. And there we go. Both the emplacements go down. Zeroing artillery once again proving its worth against this kind of emplacement play from the Brits. Very, very strong. Tiger back up to full. Fresh Panther for Joris. The Allies have taken a little bit of a hammering now that they've lost those emplacements. Army sizes though overall very close to even. Oh, maybe not for long. Really need a Su-85 at this point in the game. Can't expect T-34-85s to duke it out against Panthers and King Tigers. Double Fireflies though, going after this Panther. They did land a good tulip rocket. Oh, but bounces the killing blow. That was really lucky. But a stolen 6-pounder forcing away Fireflies. Not sure what the Katyusha was targeting there. Going after this unit inside the trench now. Very surprising it. No. Oh, Panther goes in for the kill but hits a mine. Now his rear armor exposed to the 85, but 85 is super low. And Panther spinning around to face its frontal armor. 85 could go down here now. He's trying to back around the hedgerow, trying to get out of sight. And he does. Close call. Guards also put the button there to block the sight. But yeah, I really hope he doesn't go for another T-34-85. At this point, he needs the Su-85 to fight against this kind of composition. Trench finally goes down, opening up the cap on this VP. Just been causing the Axis so many headaches. Tiger in there doing some big damage. With a barrage missing these sections, they run clear of it. Okay, fresh Firefly now for... No, didn't actually lose that one. Okay, we got some camo Raketins here as well. Light armor could be in serious danger. RwiAng losing that 85 earlier really set the Allies back. Looks like NANAMI's ticked grenades on sections now. Must be targeting these squads. The reactions from apdo. It's clear of the targeted area. Okay. coming in from the side, but 2 Fireflies here. This is not a match he wants to fight. Doesn't want to fight a 2v1. Looks like Apdo got to replant his tech structure. Oh, this could be trouble. T-345 coming into the middle. Oh, but the Volkswagen is taking a lot of damage. His tank's pushing forwards though on the back of this. Panther didn't chase though. 85's going to be able to escape down the road. Taking this, I think. A little bit of damage, but the trench is helping him survive those rocket attacks. Okay, now we've got a 17-pounder going down for NANAMI. Apdo still quite a lot of munitions away from another zeroing artillery. So they're going to have a bit of trouble dealing with this for a while. Guards get forced away. BP game's still just super tight between these two teams. Like that most of the match. Ooh, and there we go. 17-pounder connects. Panther having to get the hell out of dodge. 17-pounder's definitely going to limit the Axis tank maneuvering here. Future going after the squad. Probably would have been best to stay behind the sandbags. Secures the capture though. Firefly's now moving over as well as the SU-85. Got to be careful. Got a couple of Raketans here, but this is a tricky spot for the Axis. A lot of tank destroyers here. Their tanks could get melted very quickly. Speaking of getting melted, double Raketans squaring up and down goes the SU-85. For targeting the trenches, perhaps expecting a machine guns will be in one of them, but not the case. So the Axis really just kind of biding their time, trying to hold on to the VPs. Probably don't want to get too aggressive with the 17-pounder there. Wait for another zeroing artillery to deal with it. Or they could still go for the howitzer. Nice use of the sniper incendiary shot there. Could be in trouble. Or one of the stern pioneers goes down there to Katyusha. So definitely needs those Raketans to keep the allied tank destroyers honest, keep them at bay. This riff has really been unimpressive so far. So many barrages, only 4 kills. Fresh both was up for NANAMI. Looks like Joris sneaking around with his sniper. '85 over here now. Going to force away these squads, open up the capture. 17-pounder, not at Vet 1, so doesn't have the piercing shot. The Panther's probably safe in that position. The Werfer there gets some good kills, a lot of engineers in the region. Had 4, and now it's got 15! 11 kills in 1 barrage, that was the money shot. Double Panthers now for Joris. 85 comes forward with secure mode on. Oh, that is just a horrible play from him. But the Panthers missed the killing shot. Extremely unlucky there for Joris. 17 pounder does get some hits in as the Panthers round the building. So another lucky escape for this Firefly here. Almost goes down to those Raketans. Now 17 pounders got Vet 1 can use the piercing shot, allowing it to shoot through the shot blockers like the Pack 43. Whoever ready to fire now. It's got Vet 2, it's got the cooldown bonuses. Makes it much more effective. Must be targeting this squad.
We're losing a capture point.
A little bit of damage. Fireflies have been out of commission, requiring repairs for so long. We lost so many engineers in that barrage earlier. Emplacements are occupying quite a lot of his army supply as well. His army doesn't look that big because of the emplacements. Still, the VP war wages on, both teams really focusing on the VPs. 17 pounder getting some hits in on the KT. Looks like Rakeden's pushing behind this, perhaps. They want to get some hits on the 17 pounder, try and knock it out. It's 9 lives, T-3485. Taking a Faust there. RwiAng has really just been suffering. His infantry army looking a bit weak now. On for a fresh Su-85 though. Should help against the KT and the Panther, but once again has to be careful of those Raketans. Barrage. Almost knocking out the section. Oh! Goes down to the sniper. Right at the last second. Catches him unawares. Su-85 pushing. Raketans are nearby. They're creeping into range. King Tiger blitzing forwards to get some return fire on the Su-85. Guards doing their best to hold the line, but the King Tiger is staying in there, doing some good damage. Firefly working its way over now though. Fully repaired Vet 3-1 at that. Raketen going deep into enemy territory. So Joris got a pretty formidable army here, maybe gearing up for a push. Sniper took some damage though. Pull back. Good use of the concentration barrage, forcing Joris away once again. E5 pushing in on the back of that. And the Panthers got forced back. Axis about to tick. Allies rather, about to tick under 100 VPs. Trying to use the secure mode once again on his 85.
Emplacement under attack.
Fireflies wall at the Panther though as soon as it pokes its head out. And the 17 pounder quickly rotating around. Tier 4 tech is just covering, but if the guards move to the outer edge, can't quite land on the VP. Panthers once again taking some big hits from the Fireflies. The 17 pounder require repairs, and he's only got one squad of engineers. They're going to be very, very slow. Panther in a bit of trouble. Some flares up. Oh, and the sniper gets annihilated by that Katyusha barrage. Wrong place, wrong time. Clearly trying to target the machine gun. Machine gun sticks around though, kills the 6 pounder. Decruiser at the very least. So the allies with a wall of guards here holding on to this VP. Turn the VP game on its head again. Apdo maybe waiting for his Rakitans to arrive. Oh, he's pushing in now. S-35 is in the back lines. Getting some shots in. Secure mode once again. And some more concentration barrage on this area. NANAMI has quite a lot of supply. Could go for some caches if he wants to make more use of his abilities. Use of his munitions. Pack doing some good damage in the back lines here. Katyusha ready to fire again. Super quick cooldown on it. Knocks out the pack in the first volley. Tiger and Panther finally making some headway though on this side. Forced away all the guards. Backing away the SU-85 as well. Opening up the capture. Here comes a Firefly on the other side of the map. Double Fireflies in fact. The kittens are now up though in support. Panther there. Fireflies could be in trouble. No, the units are splitting their damage between the two Fireflies, so they're not going to get a kill. Fresh sniper here for Joris. It's snuck into a very deep position. He's calling in the zeroing artillery, making use of this trick once again. Zeroing artillery with the sniper sneaking into position with the camo, providing sight for it. Sniper trying to stay hidden, maintain sight here, so that the zeroing artillery can dish out the damage. Doing a pretty good job of it so far. Zeroing artillery starting to rain down now on these units. Okay, there goes the Bofors. And there goes the 17 pounder once again, zeroing artillery, knocking out the emplacements of NANAMI. And good teamwork by these guys, you know, making use of their sniper for the sight, because otherwise they don't really have a good way of getting sight for the entire duration of the ability. That camo sniper doing the work. I don't have, you know, artillery flares or recon plane or anything like that. Still the VP game, I'm gonna keep saying it. So close, both teams around 100. And RwiAng has got quite an armoured force here. 2 SU-85s and the T-3485. Combining with their tank destroyers from NANAMI, that's scary stuff. Nice 1-2 from the Panthers. Forcing away. Oh, he's calling in a frag bomb behind this. Could catch the T-3485. And does a lot of damage, but one of the Panthers goes down from the SU-85s from the side. Pack pushing forwards. Don't know if he has sight here. Might be going for an attack round. T-3485 not backing away. Just gets out of there. No, he had sight actually thanks to the sniper of the T-3485. So it wasn't an attack round. The Vet-5 Panther. Looks like maybe he's thinking about going around the side trying to flank these SU-85s. Fresh howitzer for NANAMI. We're getting into the very dangerous zone for VPs for both teams, so maybe he just wants a howitzer to deny VP captures from the enemy. That was strategy. That was a good werfer. Is that his second werfer? No? Either way, knocks out a squad of guards down to just 2 squads of guards. Lost a lot of those Vet 3 guards from earlier. Double SU-85s hammering away. One of them's hit Vet 2s when it gets the penetration post. Here comes the Panther though. This was a bait. Panther's trying to come in from the side. SU-85 in trouble. Trying to back away. They were both on focus sight though. The movements were a little bit clumsy and the Panther's charging forwards. Takes care of one SU-85. The other one also in trouble. Firefly coming over now. But these SU-85s are missing their shots. Just getting hammered by the double Panthers, and the Panthers not taking too much damage in return. SU-85 getting around the corner. Zeroing artillery's been called in. Firefly from the side actually doing some damage, but here comes the Panthers now from Joris taking care of that one. Panthers staying in there, takes care of one of the Fireflies, but it gets abandoned. Here come the other Panthers charging in, going for the kill, trying to clear up the last of the allied vehicles. There we go. SU-85 goes down now. T-3485 in a little bit of trouble, but here comes a Cromwell on the flank. Some good rear armor hits in. Gotta be careful. Yeah, engine damage thanks to these sappers, and they've got some Piats as well. One of the Panthers takes main gun crit. And the Firefly gets crewed here by RwiAng. So thanks to that Firefly not actually getting destroyed, getting abandoned, the Allies take a lot of casualties, but it could have been much worse for them, honestly. Repairs are going to be very slow. Only 1 squad of engineers in there. Being reinforced right now. Sniper coming over to try and knock out this Vickers in the trench. Loses the engineer in the process. Oh, the Werfer rockets. He's trying to destroy the the heavily damaged Firefly, but none of the rockets quite connect. Unfortunate. Oh, machine gun goes down there. Katyusha rockets targeting the sniper and the stormtroopers. Trying to stop the capture. Stormtroopers going to stick around. And they secure the cap. 1 man left. Managed to get out of there. The Vet 2 pack forcing back Cromwell. Can target back up to full. Stopping the guards here trying to capture. T-3485 coming over to threaten. KT could just stand his ground, but maybe he's worried about a tank destroyer coming in behind this. Firefly's just about back up to full. Panthers also though back up to full, swarming forwards. Big shots being exchanged between all this armor. Taking some howitzer fire there from Sexton. All these allied vehicles are heavily damaged though. RwiAng does have a bit of munitions, can make use of the crew repairs, so that can help at least. And NANAMI does have some heavy sappers, but they're currently quite low in strength. Could actually go down right here. Yeah, to the incendiary shot. Good double tap there from Joris. Seems like the Axis though in the lead right now. Pretty big army size advantage overall. And they have the healthy armor standing over the VPs right now. Allies really need to get their repairs going. So our crew repairs going on that one, but the vehicles for NANAMI here very low, and the pack is still there. Try and use the smoke. Somehow this doesn't get a direct hit. Yeah. Oh man, and the so many wipes. It's a bloodbath. Pack goes down. Whatever that was, section I think goes down, and then Pack gets outright destroyed. But very lucky escape there from the Cromwell.
We only have 10 points left.
Target weak point. 10 points left for the Allies, moving in with the secure mode into the central VP. Just at no point could NANAMI repair his vehicles. He's got a Churchill coming out now. VP neutral, draining from 1 though currently. Big push here from Apdo, just charging onto RwiAng's vehicles. Knocks out one of them. Firefly backing away. Panther goes down, but the VPs drain out the Allies. I mean, they just couldn't quite get on the VPs right at the end there. Either way, a really good game here. Nice back and forth. Allies, tried to go with those fortified positions, but good counter by the Axis, making use of the Zeering artillery combined with sniper providing sight for the entire duration, knocking out the emplacements time and time again. It was really probably the deciding factor in this match. Very good play from the Axis to counter the emplacements like that. And it pays to have this commander in your loadout if you're fighting against fortifications from the Brits. Both the howitzer very strong against them, and the Zeering artillery both very strong against the fortified play from the Brits. But yeah, really good armor play as well. And I think RwiAng maybe just relied on the T-34-85s for a little bit too long. If he transitioned into Su-85s a little bit earlier, perhaps game would have gone a little bit differently. But yeah, either way, very good game. Wrap on that, guys. If you like your game to be cast by me, details in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you off the next thrilling installment. Bye. Good luck.